I'm nervous. It's so dumb. How am I nervous?
Okay, thank you for choosing us for Starbucks.
You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to.
If I could just break even, that'd be great, but I doubt
This mess and left me with the pieces.
asked me if I would go take his photo, and he took the photo with his booth. He's like, I need to send it to my boss, and I'm not kidding you, he left immediately after, and he has not been back. Positive vibes all around. I had my chai in my hand. I dumped it all over my head, all over my vest. Obviously, I did not wear the vest after that, but it also like it cheapens my value in myself. It is show day morning. It is like 8 a.m. so not as early as normal, and that's because this starts at noon. It's noon to 8, so it's gonna be a really late night, especially since it's an hour 45 away from me. So we're gonna get home real late. I won't update you tonight. I'll update you tomorrow. But I'll do an outfit of the day. Oh my gosh, there's a cat. Okay, on my camera. I'm pretty much wearing the exact same thing that I wore to last week's show, except the difference is I'm wearing a pair of the earrings that I made. So I figured, you know, I might as well wear that to show it off. So I have my anxious sweatshirt, and then I think I had boots on a few weeks ago, but these are just my Nikes. So that's what we're working with today. I think I'm gonna get there early, hopefully, unless the traffic's bad. I'm gonna go to a date in Starbucks on the way there, because I just don't trust mine, as you guys know. I've talked about it many times. So that's gonna happen, and then I think if I get there too early, I'm gonna stop by Joann's and get some more earring making stuff so I can do that instead of keychains for this market, because I really I like being busy and not making myself or other people uncomfortable. I think it's just overall a good thing when you are not fully paying attention. I don't know how to word that. I don't want to like just feel like I'm staring at people, but obviously I'm there to help them and like say hi and greet them. Okay, we're gonna go. I need to put my ring. I always forget my ring. I'm gonna put that on too. And then I'll see you guys at the Polaris Mall. I changed my mind. We're at my Starbucks. I'm nervous. It's so dumb. How am I nervous?
Hi there, thank you for choosing us for Starbucks. What can I get for you?
Hi, do you have your gingerbread chai in stock right now?
I believe I do. Would you like one of those?
I would love a venti hot one, please.
A venti hot gingerbread oat chai. Anything else for you?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, it'll be $6.90.
Thank you. Okay, I think we're good. She said it's in stock. Let's not break my camera more than it already is. Okay, now, I don't know. Let me just sit you here. It's raining and my curls are definitely gonna come out. Right now we're set to get there at 10:10. I can't even get in until 10:30. Based on this line, we'll probably get there at 10:20. So I still have time to stop at Joann's. I just looked, it is literally right across the street. So it won't take me long, and I know where the earring stuff is. So at the moment that's the plan, but that may change depending if we run into traffic, which is possible because we're going to Columbus. Oh, I need to add funds. I always get here and don't have funds. So that's because like literally a Starbucks drink is $10 now. So I only add 10 to 15 at a time. All right, I am gonna put you guys away because I do feel like I'm gonna end up breaking you. Love you.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality.
Okay, we are 2 hours from being done and it is going awful. I would have checked in more, but it's really loud. We are at $115 or $20 in sales, and it was $169 to be here, so we still are in the negative. And then with food, hi, good. Funny story so far is right at the beginning of the market, so we had to get here by 10:30 and you had to be set up by noon. Right across from us, and I'll show you guys, is a window person selling windows. I kid you not, he showed up at the setup time. He came over to our booth, asked me if I would go take his photo, and he took the photo with his booth. He's like, I need to send it to my boss, and I'm not kidding you, he left immediately after and he has not been back. We are 2 hours and 9 minutes from being done with this show, and I am almost positive he's going to show back up at 8, which is when we can start tearing down, to tear down his booth, because he obviously has to do that. So I just want to know where he's been. When he comes, I kind of want to go over there and be like, oh my god, you had so many customers wanting to talk about windows. No, I mean, obviously that's what it is, though. People keep going and like stealing his chair, but that's it. My sister's getting us Chinese right now, so that's where she's at because I'm starving. We had a bubble tea too, so I'm definitely in the so we'll see. If I could just break even, that'd be great, but I doubt it. I'll probably just end up, this will be late, and I have an hour and 45-minute drive home. Just update you guys tomorrow. So we'll see if I come back on here.
Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside.
Positive vibes all around. Manifest positivity. Yesterday was show day. I want to take you from the beginning just to like really briefly. I woke up and when I went outside to get into the truck, I realized that not only was the garage door open all night, my husband's truck was open all that night and we had packed everything in there. And so all my stuff was in there and my heart sank. So I'm like, oh my gosh, because we get break-ins all the time. Like every day there's a break-in within like a street of us in cars. I'm like, oh, my stuff's gonna be gone. Spoiler alert, I would have made more money had my stuff been gone with insurance, but no one took anything. So honestly, the day started on a positive note. I'm like, this is a good sign. We are so good. I even told you guys in the car, I was like, I'm gonna go to my Dayton Starbucks, the Dayton one, which is like 40 minutes away, just so that I make sure I'm continuing this positivity because they never mess up my order. But it was rainy. It was really gross out. I get nervous driving in the rain. Just everything. Like I don't want to be distracted. And so I'm like, maybe I should just go because like the Starbucks that is by me is literally right along the road that I have to take to get on the highway. So I'm like, I'm not going out of my way. It's raining. Do I really want to get off the highway and go somewhere else? So I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go to my Starbucks, which is always a risk. Always a risk. But they did everything perfect. They were so nice, no issues. I'm like, we're really, you know, this day is gonna be awesome. Like I just felt it in my bones. Everything about today was gonna go well. Not really, but you know what I mean. And then the drive there was fine. Everything was fine. I had my gingerbread chai tea latte. gingerbread chai latte, sorry. I had to pee so bad because it's an hour 45 to get from my house to the mall, which is the Polaris Mall where the venue was at, the craft fair. And I had to pee so bad, but I don't like getting off the highway in areas I'm not familiar with, especially since Columbus is a huge city, as far as Ohio goes. So I'm like, I hold it. You can't get into the event until 10:30 to set up at the mall. And so it was 10:20. I made it there, and across the street was a Target. So I'm like, I'm just gonna pop in there and go pee. And so it's raining, right? Still raining. I had my white vest on, you guys saw. I had my chai, and I'm like, I'm gonna throw it away while I'm in Target. So that's one less thing in my truck. And I, being the dumb that I am, took my vest off. I got out of the car, I went and put the vest over my head as a rain shield. I had my chai in my hand. Now, granted, it was almost completely empty. I had my chai in my hand. I dumped it all over my head, all over my vest. Obviously, I did not wear the vest after that. So that's where the morning started turning for me. Went in Target, obviously came out, went to the venue, setup was a breeze. We got set into a very weird spot. Now, I am not gonna blame the poor day on the spot, but I don't understand why I was placed by myself next to a cement wall. So the only people that could see my booth were ones that were coming from the right direction. It was weird. Should I have advocated for myself? Absolutely. I should have just been like, hey, so I knew it was an option to go upstairs, but I also am someone that does not want to create conflict, so I just do as I am and just deal with it. In hindsight, I should have said something. This is a me problem. Let me just take you through the day. You guys saw my sister help me because she lives in Columbus, so it was like a 10-minute drive for her, which is why I did it there, because I knew I had someone in the vicinity to help out, which was great because that couldn't have been fun, you know. For a normal person, like they don't normally, I don't think, want to come with you. That's a long day. So it was from the actual setup and being like with people, it was 12 to 6. Like I said, 10:30 is the setup time, so I had plenty of time to get ready. Or 12 to 8, sorry. And the weird part is the mall itself closes at 6 p.m. But some stores chose to stay open till 8, and so they wanted vendors there until 8. It was a long day, and from that 6 to 8, there was no one there. So I'm going to take you through my sales. I did not do well. This is by far the worst one I have done. So my stats, I did... Actually, let me count this real fast. Why did I not do the math ahead of time before I started filming? All right, and this is easy to tell you guys because I had so little sales. I can give you the hourly breakdown. We sold, oh, did you get that out? Thank you. As far as cash goes, very minimal. Everyone at the mall was definitely carrying card. $26 in cash is what I made, and with card $107, making a grand total of $133. Now, to vend at the mall, it was $169, and that was on discount, let me mind you. It should have been more expensive. And then I spent $30 on food and beverages for my sister and I throughout the day, which means I spent $199 to be there. I only made $133, which puts me in the negative. Now this number is gonna be a little skewed because I'm in the negative 66 for it, but if you think about the time it spent on the stuff that I sold, the time I spent on the stuff that I made, the amount of money it took to get the blanks, I made far less than the negative $66. I had basically spent probably at least a couple hundred in merch, like, and to be there. So this was a complete fail. A complete fail. The only thing I am trying to hold on to is that it was a learning experience. This is my first time ever doing markets. This is my 4th market ever. I don't know what's gonna do well. I don't know I know my demographic, but I don't know like exactly where to go to find them other than obviously around college campuses. I just figured this is a Columbus mall. It's one of the biggest indoor malls they have. There was so much foot traffic, so much foot traffic. So it's not like there weren't people in my demographic there. There were. They just like, for whatever reason, didn't stop. Obviously didn't catch their eye. They didn't see it. They went to the mall for something specific. The amount of power walkers I saw of just like going from like point A to B very quickly and like not making contact. And honestly, now that I think about it, that's exactly what I do when I'm in a mall. I do not want to look at vendors that aren't in a store, because when you think of like kiosk vendors, granted I wasn't one, but like I probably looked like one, they're like, they talk to you, they like try to get you to like sniff their fragrances or try their hair irons. Like they're very like, if you make eye contact, you're sucked in. And maybe that's kind of like the vibe that we gave off like being there, because we were, well, they were in the middle of the mall. I was next to a cement staircase, but I digress. It was not good. Will I go back? Absolutely not. I actually, and I'm not proud to say this, but I will say at 7:30 I left. There was no one in the mall. I had an hour 45 drive home. I was tired. I was sad. And I didn't make a sale after 4 p.m. was my last sale. So from 4 to 7:30, I didn't have any sales at all. I don't think I even really had anyone stop to like chat with me. I had 3 people that entire day that took a business card. I think the amount of sales I had were, like as far as people buying, some people bought a few things, probably like 10. My sister being the second highest sale for me of the day. And here's the most embarrassing part of this. I had so little people. Well, let me finish telling you the stats. So I started at noon. My first sale wasn't until 1:30, and she bought a winter cup, which was popular at my last show. That was 1:30. And after that, it took until like between 2 and 3 to get my second sale. And I tell you, 4 p.m. was my last sale. There was so few people there. I was internally freaking out because of, I don't even want this video to be about like this whole encompassing like, I don't know, this like very negative video, but we're not doing well financially. And I was like, I can either sit on this stock for another year, like the winter and holiday specific one, or I can discount it and just try to get people to buy things. And so at 2 p.m. I put every holiday item half off. I made it so like I didn't make any money. It was basically at cost. But I needed, like, I didn't want to sit on it. So that's when I started making those like few sales that I got. Just to tell you, like, I feel like it's embarrassing. One, it, like, for my brand, I feel like it cheapens it, but it also like, it cheapens my value and myself when I, like, that, it's embarrassing. I didn't expect it to go this bad. Like, I was hoping for a couple $100 profit from it. But to try to spin a positive note, I did learn that malls aren't for me. And I met a couple people. One guy came over and he wasn't a vendor, but he was helping out at a store, or he had items in a store and he was like restocking it. It was something like that. He was a crafter, but he had stuff in a shop. He came over and told me about the guy's shop that he puts his stuff in. He was like, you should really check him out and see if you want to ever put your stuff into a shop for like, have like a display unit for obviously like I think he said a 60-40 commission, which I will think about, but right now that's not really in my plans. But he's like, when he first came out, he's like, who did you piss off to get in this spot? And I was like, I don't know. But he gave me insight on another craft show. He was like, absolutely look into the Ohio Made show. So he gave me that. I wrote it down. I took a mental note. I'm going to look into that. He was like, that's where like the best show of the year is for us. And then another person gave the tip that this wouldn't be my market. I would do really well in this other market, and it gave me the contact info. And I looked it up, and like absolutely, like if I could ever get into something like that, amazing. But then I started realizing as I was like looking up these things, a lot of like markets want you to have so many followers, which I find a little it's not bizarre, it's just like like selective. I don't have that on TikTok. I don't even have an Instagram. I don't feel like YouTube should even count because like my followers are from like 2014 and they don't even watch my videos, you know? So maybe I could somehow trick my way into being it because I can be like, oh, I have a YouTube with 42,000 and losing followers. I don't know. So I will try to do that because it looks really cool and it's next to Ohio State's campus, and a lot of the college kids, I looked like that's where they come. So I'm going to try that. So I'm trying not to like be super defeated right now in the fact that I spent money and gave my stuff away for free. You know what I mean? Like I essentially was giving my stuff away for free. I couldn't give my stuff away for free. I couldn't. I had this cup and I was like, it must have been 4. It had to have been after 4 because I told my sister, I'm like, there's this cup that I had in my sale section. I'm like, I do not want to bring this home. Like it's my only cup that I have in my Misfits. I don't want to bring it home. It's one of my old cup versions. I don't even sell it anymore. I'm like, give this away free with purchase for the next person that buys anything. And no one came. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm so much of a complainer right now, but it's not even like the show itself. I just had a really awful week and I might as well just put it in this video because I'm already here with you guys. You're already in my emotions. I have a part-time job with a university and I do application reading, and essentially what I do is I go through everything in their Common App. I read their essay, I read their and score their activities. Like I see how well-rounded they are. I check their ACT scores if they choose to like show them their GPA. I look at all their classes and I like grade them based on like the level they do in their classes, and I look at their recommendations, and there's just, I'm really, really good at it. I am a school counselor. I'm obviously not practicing right now. I'm licensed, at least in Utah right now. I'm really good at it. Like it's something that I've dealt with for many, many years. And I'm really efficient, and we have a system where you can actually track and see who's doing like the most readings and who is, just like checking everyone. I think it's kind of like to keep you competitive, but like I work the least amount of hours and read the third most amount of applications out of everyone. So I am saving them money by doing so many applications with so little time, which means they pay me less and I get more, I give them more applications out of it. So in my Delulu brain, I knew it was temporary. It was supposed to be from September to April. I was like, they for sure are gonna be like, just stay on and do like summer applications and other ones, etc. We got an email, all of us, we're called outside readers. It's ones that don't physically go into the university and work in person, because the inside readers read and then they also do college or high school visits. I got an email with all of us outside readers included saying, hey, like I'm paraphrasing, we might have overhired, we don't have enough applications anymore now that the early decision deadline is over. We don't have enough applications to give to our internal like readers that are full-time, and so we are highly encouraging you guys to either quit or you have the option of staying on. I think they said until January, like spoiler alert, that's in a few weeks. And you can do max of 50 applications a week, which equates to less than 5 hours a week. That is the max I get. I can make a max total of like probably $80 a week. Up until it's like December 23rd or 24th. Another spoiler alert, that's this week. So we had a week's notice to know that we would only be making potentially $80-ish ever more. And then I think it was a very like strange, confusing email to read. I'm pretty sure we all get laid off January 1st. So that is something that happened Friday, and then this happened on Sunday, and I am so stressed. I need to find a job. I don't know what to do with like daycare. We don't have like I'm stressed. I don't know what I don't know. Can you tell like the amount of fluster I have? I don't know what to do. So that's where I'm at. And then on top of that, you guys I've been updating you on Accutane. Finally, because I told you guys that Walgreens had it on order and I'd been calling, and it's been really hard to get a hold of them, and no one's been thorough with like, aside from what the website says of it's on order, which I can see that, like I am not blind. I have seen that the last 2 weeks. I finally just said like I'm done. I went in person. I stood there and I was like, please help me figure out what's going on. The guy called the warehouse that supposedly the medicine would have been at to be like, hey, where's this? Like, why is it out of stock? How long? Like, giving me the information I needed. And he said, he got off the phone and he was like, it's not because it's out of stock. It's because your iPledge is invalid. Another spoiler alert, I don't think they ever ordered it. And so yes, iPledge becomes invalid after 6 days. And so here I am waiting all this time for my skin to start clearing up. It's just acne. Like that one, it's just acne, but it's stressing me out because then I'm like, oh, I have to wait another month. That's money that I spent in the office visit. That's time wasted of the doctor from before, and he's gonna get mad at me because I'm spiraling. Can you tell? Because I wasted his time and I have to do another visit for like what we did last month. Ugh. And so then I talked today to 2 different people and the first lady, and like here I am spiraling, I wrote everything down that I needed to say because I'm like, my brain doesn't function when I am feeling flustered. So I wrote everything down about like what CVS and Walgreens and like the journey we've been through to get here. And the first lady, I could tell she was like, this is not my department. And I started the conversation with, I don't even know who I'm supposed to talk to. And so she then took down my name and phone number after I had given her the entire story, and she was like, I have no idea. And then someone else called me back like a few hours later. And thankfully, I think we're having a turning point here. She was like, it's fine. You can do an at-home pregnancy test in the morning tomorrow. She's like, I'm in the office at 6 a.m. Here is my phone number. Send me a photo immediately when you wake up of the pregnancy test. And then once I see that's negative, I'll go into iPledge. I'll redo everything, and then you have to go in and sign it, and then Walgreens can get your prescription, but you just have to make sure you go in tomorrow and make sure they have the prescription and that it gets ordered, and then we can actually start this journey. And so I'm hoping this means we're okay now. It is snowing. It's really snowing. Another reason I left early, we had my county had a winter advisory last night, which it is December. I should be expecting that. And I still feel bad. It's half an hour early. And I mean, it was expensive to be there, so like no one else was. But also no one else could tell that I was leaving because they couldn't see me. So at the same time, I don't feel like that bad, but I do. I probably wouldn't be invited back if they'd even noticed that I wasn't there. I'm not sure. Yep. So takeaway number like letter Z is and I've told you guys this before, doing holiday collections when you're not an established brand and you don't have online sales, is it the smartest? I don't think so. I think that I got spoiled with my first 2 markets, which was on a college campus, like around a college campus, and I did so well in the fall kind of theme stuff. I was like, well, I should still do theme, but then I get into my head and I get excited about things and I want like 10 of each thing, and then I end up selling like not even like 0 to 1 of stuff. So now I have hundreds and hundreds of dollars of holiday stuff that's gonna go into a bin and be stored for a year. Less than a year. I'll start selling it in the fall again. I need to stop doing that. I need to just stick with all year round things that I can like recycle and reuse into other seasons. And that is where my mind is. I did get a really cool idea this morning, but I need to really sleep on it until I have money to put it into fruition. I did start just doing blanks, like leaving my blanks blank, and I was gonna do made order for things, unless I have a market, and then I'm not gonna do much. I'll maybe do like one of each side. I don't know. I've not figured out how I want to proceed with markets and like what ones I want to do. I do want to try a university that is near me. They do a tabling thing. I told you guys this. It's a really small university. So like I'd probably just bring a table and then like a few things and just see how they do. But I need money to do that. So I need a few online sales to start investing. I'm still paying off stuff from like starting this. So yeah. Anyways, that is all. I am sorry I didn't film much. I was just so down and in my head yesterday that like I didn't want to film, and also I was so busy. I get really nervous around people when I'm filming, and there were a lot of kids too. I was in front of like a kid thing. I'm like, I don't want to get kids in these shots either. So yeah, that's why we have we have minimal footage, but I did get some bad footage, so it's there though. Maybe I should just pop these YouTube videos out more and more and see if I can build this up somehow. This is the conclusion of the video. I will see you guys soon though. Or actually, do I want to tell you guys, I have the inventory of what sold. Where'd it go? Here's exactly what sold yesterday, and can you believe I made a very official inventory sheet, had everything on it, so I knew exactly what I could get out, and if anyone asked if I had more, if I did or not. No one asked. I sold my very last embroidered looking like a snack sweater. I sold a green, my gingerbread like little snap on the front, look like a snack in the back. Sold one of those. Yeah. I sold a distracted sweater, coping skill sweater to my sister. I sold 2 bibs and 2 onesies, which is great because I've never sold kid stuff until these last few weeks. I sold 2 gingerbread men cups, 5 winter cups, 6 winter cups. Those were the big sellers of the day. I sold 1 distracted cup. I think that one was to my sister also. I sold a cup of cheer, and I sold 2 Stanley straw covers, which again, on that one, I lose money on those. I don't even know why I bought like a variety pack. I sell them for $1. Like I don't make, those are the only things I don't make in my booth. But people like them, so I think that's why. Like I don't make money, but I don't lose money obviously on them. So I sold 2 of those, and that was it. So that's where that 133 came out of. All right, I'm gonna end it here. I am going to, my throat hurts, like it was really loud in there yesterday, and so anytime anyone walked my booth, I felt like I was like screaming like, "All holiday is half off." The amount of people that like didn't hear me but just like gave like a smile and like quickly walked away, or maybe they did hear me and they're like, I don't want to be here for this. I think that's why my throat is the way it is. And also, I've mentioned this before, it is extremely emotionally and socially exhausting doing shows, especially for my personality, which is very much like, I love one-on-one interactions, but like big groups, not my thing. So shows for introverts are, they're a lot. So I need to like decompress for the day. I was gonna go to the gym this morning, but okay. Oh, okay. You can't have that, Bubba. That's glass. All right, now I'm gonna go. Love you so much. Bye.
Just tripping on day. Dreams got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.